This is Neural Newscast.
The essential stories for Wednesday, July 29th, 2026.
Joining me is Evelyn.
We have the morning briefing with Peter.
Japan is facing a humanitarian crisis after a 7.1 magnitude earthquake struck the southwestern island of Kyushu on Tuesday. At least 13 people are confirmed dead, and search teams are currently clearing debris in the city of Kumamoto.
Rescue crews are focused on a shopping mall in Kashima, where a gas explosion caused a partial floor collapse. 3 people are unaccounted for at that site, while 11 others were reportedly trapped at a paper factory in Yatsushiro.
Prime Minister Sanae Takaichi has deployed more than 4,600 personnel to the region, describing the effort as a race against time. More than 100 aftershocks have been recorded since the initial jolt, and more are expected throughout the week.
The industrial impact is significant, with Toyota and Honda suspending operations at several local factories for safety checks. Meanwhile, thousands of residents remain in evacuation centers as temperatures in the region reach a dangerous 35 degrees Celsius.
In Europe, France and Spain are currently battling some of the most severe wildfires in modern history. President Emmanuel Macron visited the Gironde region yesterday, stating the situation is the toughest the country has seen since World War II.
Over 220,000 people have been evacuated in France as flames approach the city of Bordeaux. In Spain, fires west of Madrid remain uncontrolled as temperatures are forecast to soar past 40 degrees Celsius through Sunday.
Local officials described the situation as catastrophic, with 42,000 hectares already burned in the Landes de Gascogne forest. These fires are moving with unprecedented speed, fueled by a drought that has left European vegetation and soil exceptionally dry.
Climate experts note that Europe is the world's fastest warming continent, with temperatures rising twice as fast as the global average. The current heat wave is severely hampering the ability of firefighters to contain these unpredictable blazes.
Turning to the Middle East, military tensions between the United States and Iran escalated yesterday following a missile barrage. United States Central Command confirmed that Iran launched missiles at United States forces just before 6 p.m. Eastern Time.
While United States forces successfully intercepted all incoming missiles, the exchange continued as United States and Saudi forces launched retaliatory strikes against Iranian-backed militias in Iraq. This marks a rare instance of direct Saudi involvement in the conflict.
The information occurred as President Trump met with Prime Minister Netanyahu at the White House to discuss regional security. Netanyahu is seeking to ensure that any future agreements do not hinder Israel's ability to defend itself against Hezbollah.
The administration is also balancing the need for stability in the Strait of Hormuz to manage rising global energy prices. There is currently no clear timeframe for an end to the hostilities between these regional powers.
On Capitol Hill, Dr. Anthony Fauci is scheduled to testify before a Senate committee today. The hearing will focus on the origins of COVID-19 and ongoing investigations into whether the virus leaked from a Chinese laboratory.
The testimony follows the release of more than 1,100 pages of private diary entries by Senator Rand Paul. Paul alleges these entries show a disconnect between private thoughts and public statements during the pandemic.
Fauci's legal team has pushed back, calling the release of the documents a personal crusade. While the scientific consensus remains that the virus likely spread naturally, the political debate in Washington continues to intensify.
In the sports world, a major shift is underway in how international tournaments are financed. FIFA is reportedly planning to sell stakes in the commercial rights of the World Cup to private investors for billions of dollars.
This move would involve creating a separate company to manage rights for both the men's and women's tournaments. It represents a bold strategy by FIFA President Gianni Infantino to rapidly increase the organization's cash flow.
Private equity investment in global sports has been rising, but this would be one of the most significant deals in the industry's history. It could fundamentally change how the commercial side of the World Cup is managed.
Next, we turn to Iowa, where water quality has become a defining issue for the upcoming gubernatorial election.
The state currently has the second highest cancer rate in the United States, and rates are continuing to rise.
Candidates Rob Sand and Zach Lawn both agree that water quality must improve, though they differ on the methods. Many residents and local farmers argue that current voluntary measures to reduce agricultural runoff are no longer sufficient.
The Iowa Cancer Registry's latest report has fueled this debate, making it a critical talking point for voters. Both campaigns are now meeting with agricultural groups to discuss incentivized measures for cleaner waterways.
Here is what else we are watching. Conductor Dalia Stasevska has released a new project titled Ukrainian Mixtape. The album aims to highlight Ukrainian composers who have been historically neglected due to systemic cultural suppression.
Stasevska spent over a year curating the collection to shine a light on music that was often silenced. She hopes the release will allow Ukrainians to take greater pride in their heritage during these difficult times.
It is a poignant reminder of the power of cultural preservation, and the album is already receiving international attention for its historical significance.
Finally, today's watch list. Federal Reserve policymakers meet today to discuss the future of interest rates. Chairman Kevin Warsh has stated a firm commitment to controlling prices, though recent data showing easing inflation could lead to a pause in hikes.
We are also monitoring the heat wave peak in southwestern France today. Temperatures are expected to remain at dangerous levels, and local officials are preparing for further evacuations near the Gironde fires.
Lastly, the art world is remembering Betia Sar, who passed away just days before her 100th birthday. Also, in Denver, residents distributed 21 tons of potatoes in just 90 minutes during a nonprofit community giveaway event.
That community effort in Denver highlights the immediate needs many families are facing with rising grocery costs. It is a striking example of local resilience.
That is the briefing for today. Thanks for joining us.
Neural Newscast is AI-assisted, human-reviewed. View our AI transparency policy at neuralnewscast.com.